He said, how much money you got right now? I looked in my pocket. I had $0. I had nothing over. I had like 30 cents in my pocket.
I was going to say, if you had zero, did you really have to look?
No, I know. I had like 30 cents. I had some change in my pocket. And he's like, "Oh, listen, man, come work for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna spot you a 50-pack, and then I'm gonna show you everything you need to do, and everything like that. It'll be easy, man. Doing it is easy. It's I've seen. I can fucking make crack cocaine now. Like I've lived in crack houses long enough. You know what I'm saying? I could know how to cut it up. I know how to cook it. All that stuff. And serving it is fine. The problem is when the problems arise. What are you going to do? That's what I was afraid of. And then after that, the repercussions of it, I was really afraid of. I just don't see myself as a jail guy. All right. Today, I was, this came across my memory actually. And, I tell people a lot that I am, I'm a hood baby. I'm not a street guy. You know what I'm saying? But we all were in the same area. You know what I mean? We're all in the same neighborhood. You just do different things.
How do you make the distinction?
Well, street guys, they hustle. They sell drugs, or they break in houses, or they,
Street guys are into illegal shit.
They do illegal activities for funds. Yeah, hood guys are just in the hood. They may have a hustle. They work and have a hustle, but their hustle is usually something relatively clean. You know what I mean?
Relatively.
Yeah, relatively. Yeah, relatively. Okay. The guys are gonna dib and dabble. I told the story. I dibbed and dabbled in a little fake money, funny money.
Yeah. You also stood by at Albertsons while they robbed the place blind.
Oh man, wink, wink, right? I'll pick up my bottle of brown later on tonight. But yeah. So I'm here. I'm about 16, 17 at this time, and the problem is, I'm in the hood. I'm 16, 17. My friends, they are athletes, so they're always gone.
Okay.
So I'm by myself. So you got Greg, Low. They're either playing football or basketball on for Winter Park High or Edgewater. Trap. All these guys, and so I'm left. I'm working at McDonald's at the time, and my side hustle right now is clean. I go and I clean fucking toilets for Kellermeyer Business Service. My granddaddy owned this. He was like this district manager for this janitorial service. So I'm working at McDonald's. I'm going to school, and I'm also doing side hustle, cleaning up dirty bathrooms while I'm in the 10th and 11th grade. Well, that's what you get stuck with when you're
that's what I was going to say.
16,
They're
17.
Cleaning the whole structure.
Yeah.
Oh, Bubba, you got the bathroom.
You got the bathroom.
Again.
But you better believe it.
Hey, on that, I went to Topgolf today, and I had I dropped a deuce in the bathroom there, and it was so magnificent.
Oh my God!
That it left like a huge skid mark on the back of the bowl.
Yeah, I hate guys like you.
You hate
Yeah, you're the guys. You're the guys I hate.
I literally could not have been prouder. You remember that Conor McGregor thing when he walks out like this?
Yeah.
That's how I walked out of the bathroom.
That's sick, man.
You couldn't tell me nothing.
That's sick. So I'm here, and now I'm left with I'm left with the street guys. You know what I'm saying? So I would go. I'm playing tunk for money and this and that, and my sister at the time, she's dating she's my older sister. She's dating this she's dating one of the, a big dope guy, right? He sells dope, sells drugs. And this guy, I mean, he got everything that I could ever want. He got this big Escalade truck with fucking 28s, 30 rims, all the music, okay? He walks around, anytime he walks around with nothing but, like, cash. You know what I'm saying? This is back in the day anyway, so a lot of people had a lot of cash, but all he had was big wads of cash, okay? And all the way up until I was, like, mid to late 30s, what I'm about to explain, I thought, like, it was cool and he was doing me a favor. But as I get older, I get, I said, damn, he really was a piece of shit for that. So
Okay, where did this go?
so I'm walking home, and he pulls up, tells me to get in the car. And he says, yo, listen, man, I know what's going on. And he telling me, because, at the time, we're in a situation that we are, because, my parents are they're functional, they're functional habits, drug addicts at this time. And a lot of people in the hood are, and they either that or their parents are all the way messed up drug addicts, you know what I mean? So it's one or the other, okay? And then he says, so I know you're struggling and you're going through that, and you're working and you're paying bills, okay? We got another audio issue? Oh, we good. Okay. And all that. And you shouldn't be doing that, man, at this age. You know what I'm saying? He said, how much money you got right now? I looked in my pocket. I had $0. I had nothing over. I had like 30 cents in my pocket.
I was going to say, if you had zero, did you really have to look?
No, I know. I had like 30 cents. I had some change in my pocket. And he's like, listen, man, come work for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna spot you a 50-pack, and then I'm gonna show you everything you need to do, and everything like that. It'll be easy, man. And the thing is, what's, to be completely honest, of course I said no, but I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid. Not afraid to actually, do it, because I feel like doing it is easy. It's I've seen, I can fucking make crack cocaine now. Like I've lived in crack houses long enough. You know what I'm saying? I could know how to cut it up, I know how to cook it, all that stuff. And serving it is fine. The problem is when the problems arise, what are you going to do? That's what I was afraid of. And then after that, the repercussions of it, I was really afraid of. I just don't see myself as a jail guy. All right. I just don't see myself surviving. I'll be honest with you. So, but on the front end also though, like it's like if a junkie, not all junkies are these old, 50-year-old women that'll give you head if they don't have money, or the small scrimply guys. Some of these, the drug addicts, they're regular people, kind of in shape, but gotta do stuff. And those are the ones they might run off with your drugs one day. That happens to like thousands and thousands of drug dealers. Then you have to like make you gotta
make a decision.
Not only make a decision, no, the decision is you have to do something to them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to do something to them so it won't happen again. Because if he takes it, then he's going to tell all his other buddies, hey, man, this guy's easy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to make a decision to do something, or maybe you need to get out of this.
Yeah.
For you.
And I've seen that happen before. So, I'm scared of that. And then also, like I said, I'm scared of prison or jail or whatever. And so I tell him, I tell him no. And then, he gives him some money and I walk out. But my point to that is, first of all, your life is completely different if you take that route, right? And but a lot of guys my age at that time, especially in my neighborhood, they were making money, they were screwing women left and right, and we had 16, 17. I hadn't done that yet. I haven't had sex yet. I'm broke. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to school. You know what I'm saying? And these guys got cars. They got women. You know what I'm saying? They got all this stuff. And I always think to myself like, damn, I probably should have done that. I probably should have done it. And I don't know. It's crazy. But then and also, like I said, I think like, damn, he was really a piece of shit for doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And maybe that's how he did it, was getting kids in the hood to work for him and run for him.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
That's the, like, people that, like, when you're in that, and you're in a lot of stuff, like, you are looking for the vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
What he's offering you is super attractive.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you're in this situation, you don't have money yourself, you're dealing with things in the home front, see people your own age that are doing seemingly a lot better.
Yeah.
This is how they're doing it.
Yeah.
And he's approaching you. Like if everything was great in your life, like you're not the guy to approach.
Yeah.
But because of all the situations that you had going on, he knew you were vulnerable. It's worth a run. That's exactly what it is. I mean, the crazy thing is that same psychology applies to like church. It applies to Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
It applies to so many other things where
Voting
you're
for Trump.
taking a vulnerable person. That it does. It also is the for sexual predators.
Yeah.
Like you are going for like if there's so many like little moves or whatever, but like a sexual predator. Like we had one at my elementary school. Like my 6th grade year, he was the music teacher.
Oh, wow.
He got arrested for molesting boys in the school, and the profile of the boys, like knowing what I know now, this was a roughly 40-plus-year-old male. He was not married. He did not have kids of his own. He had sort of effeminate mannerisms and gestures. And at the same time, like every year that I knew him, he coached Little League baseball and he coached basketball. So he's this, and he was not an athlete. It wasn't a sports guy. But he basically had this lifestyle. He didn't have a family or his own kids. His life revolved around putting himself in position to be around young boys. Now, the ones that actually were involved in the activities fit the same profile. They were all boys that had like a divorced family or a dad who was not, in their life, and that was his role. He was I'm come go on my baseball team. If you need your mom's busy, you need ride to practice, I'm your guy.
Right.
And he insinuated himself into the family, gained the trust of the mother, so the mother's not thinking anything's funky. Oh, that's Coach so and so. He's he takes the boys to pride or whatever, and they were seeking the vulnerable person. And that's what he did that with. He wasn't doing it to some other guy in the Little League whose dad was a coach and, like present in everything he does. So that's what predators do.
Yeah.
And that's what that guy was.
Yeah.
And he saw you in it just lined up. Oh, look at, Bubba's in this situation. Let me make a run at him.
Yeah. Vulnerability.
Yeah. To your credit, Bubba, you resisted. You said no.
Yeah.
Just like Nancy Reagan wanted you to back then.
Just say no. All right, that's enough of that. We'll get to some coochie stories. Another episode there.
Yeah, that was coochie free. Just passing reference to other guys getting girls. Very disappointing coming off last week's show.
I know, right?
Got to know our audience.
What a turn.